The hub.
Hey yo, Honey Cake in the building, man. So, you know, we don't really cover a lot of like police involved shootings and like killing
It's
people.
too many.
It's just too many. It's really too many, and the shit is depressing, to be honest with you. But at the same time, we also have to bring light to the things, to these types of things too. It's our responsibility as media professionals to do things like that. This was posted by the Shade Room, though, I believe, and this is about an officer in Cincinnati, Ohio, that tased an 11-year-old girl, and I believe it was for stealing. So let's just run the news clip real quick, T.
Shoppers at this Kroger on Kennard Avenue want to know why a police officer would taser an 11-year-old girl.
Yeah, that's sad. You know, she homeless, she's stealing.
Cincinnati Police say the girl was shoplifting, non-compliant, and resisting arrest. When she attempted to run off, an officer deployed a taser, hitting her in the back.
She's not robbing a bank. She's not endangering anybody. She's a child. And what are they taking from the store? That's my whole point. Was it food? Was it candy?
And resisting arrest.
So,
she attempted to run off. An officer deployed.
What's your thoughts on
These niggas some straight gangsters.
It's the same place where the little boy got shot at in Cincinnati, wasn't it?
I'm sure.
The little Tamir Rice cat. Wasn't that Cincinnati? Wasn't that Cincinnati?
Honestly,
It's too many to keep up with.
It's
It's
real.
real.
There's a lot to keep up with.
That shit filled up Randy Moss's time.
Man, real talk.
Shit.
I seen that.
But yeah, I don't know if that's the same place, but I don't know, man. And on that post, it said something about it being in the policy to be able to tase people
I mean,
young and 7 years old.
You trying to look at the silver lining. At least it wasn't a bullet. And that's the way they trying to get us to look at shit at this point. That's why.
That's crazy.
I just don't see, like, what the fuck could she have taken out of a Kroger? An 11-year-old of value to take out a Kroger and be running away with.
Some people just drunk with that power, man.
That shit is crazy.
They're drunk with that power, man.
And then, like, this is one of my things too, because like, my thing is some of the shit cops get away with is because of policies. So if there's a policy that says you can taser any kid as little as 7 years old,
They gonna do it.
They can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the chances of them doing it to someone that's white or gay, in that matter,
I don't even want to talk about that.
slim to none.
Right.
But like, so the racism is there, but it's covered up because of policy. We all know that most cops are not gonna. They're not gonna taser a 7-year-old. They're not gonna taser an 11-year-old.
Right.
It's just
You could chase them down, you know?
you should, yeah, on everything. So, but it makes you wonder. Cause what's it? Tamir Rice the one that got shot in the park?
Yeah.
Okay, same thing. So we're talking about how that cop can get away with shooting him in the park and he had a fake gun. Well, there was a police call that said somebody called the police and said that
They said they shot that boy like in 2 seconds.
gun in the park.
Bang, bang.
But policy says that the cops can like pull up on the situation aggressively and attack it head on.
Right.
Where a policy in LA County would be like, all right, well, they're gonna put the helicopter up, look over everything, realize it's a fake
Still
gun.
happens here too.
It does happen here, but we haven't had those types of stories here. I looked at the stats, bro. We haven't had those types of stories here.
I mean,
Definitely not in Compton, but LA County, I'm sure at some point. But policies is what I'm saying
right.
are like in place to let people get away with shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
Again, if that Tamir Rice is black, anything other than black, probably would not have shot him just pulling up on him.
He wouldn't have been so threatening.
He wouldn't have been so threatening on everything.
I feared for my life.
So
That's
policies
the thing,
is
but
what I'm saying. Like we have to like
I
pay
hear
attention to
you,
these
but
policies and what that shit means.
it's not. It's. I mean, we gotta get rid of. We gotta get rid of all of it. We can't just be like, okay, well they'll stop. They like what I just said. Oh, they ain't the killer, so we good. But even what you just said, we don't have that. We don't have to worry about that here. We still worry about some bullshit. Like, I mean, there's not a black person. I'm probably not in this country, there's not a black person that doesn't have at least one negative story that they could tell about the police. You feel me? Like, I really believe that in my heart, that every black person has had a negative connotation with the police at some point in their life. You feel me? And I mean, I know on my own personally, like, I've seen false police reports filled out on me, like, on bullshit. Like, motherfuckers that know me, like, you went to jail? Like, for what? Nothing. Like, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Falsified police reports like a motherfucker. So, that shit's gotta stop. It's gotta stop off, like, everything. All of that shit has to stop.
Now, racism, I don't ever think racism will ever end.
No, not, yeah.
But like shit like that happened to you based on like racism. Like, it was like a one to put you in the system type of situation.
Right, exactly.
And that, I don't think that's ever going to go anywhere. I think there's always going to be racist people out there. I think there's always going to be people in power that can inflict racism. But I'm looking at policies. That's something that we can change.
Right.
That's something that we actually have. Like, you can't change a person's feeling towards another group of people, but you can change policies. And that's the shit that I'm like, yo, we need to like pay attention to what's written down.
The thing is, though, well, so what if the rules are there? If motherfuckers still ain't gonna follow, they find a way around them. Like,
but they find a way around them based on the fucking policy. The policies are written fucked up. So there should not be a policy that says you can fucking tase a 7-year-old kid.
It shouldn't be.
That should not even be a question.
I think I agree with you too. I think it's the policy too, but I also think it's on us too. We gotta have like some type of like unity amongst each other. Like, if you do some shit like that go down, these niggas are showing up and they 200 deep, and somebody gotta deal with this. Like, we need some force like that, and we just don't got that togetherness like we used to have. Like, you know, the Panthers, they get rid of your ass if you start doing that black on black shit. You know, we don't got that type of, you know,
structure.
We don't got that home base no more.
We don't even have a black leader anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you get somebody with power that's black,
Get rid of it.
other black people are trying to cut them down. So it's like, the fuck?
Yeah, we gotta figure out that's the first thing. We gotta figure out that
How to unite.
How to
Unity.
unite. Yeah, what on what level do we come together on and start like moving on certain issues and what we feel about, like, okay, any girl in your radius get fucked with by the cops, you call this number and these niggas is pulling up. They at the department. Somebody got to deal with this. Like, this nigga got to get fired. It got to be like that.
It should have to be organized. There has to be some leadership.
Yeah, got to be some leadership.
And that's hard. I think.
Yeah, I don't know where that started at. You know what I mean? But
you see the microphone in there, T. You can just turn it on and turn it up. Now I don't put it in there for you. I know certain things. She'd be like, I got something to say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where we started on that tip, but you know what I mean. I
turn the house speaker up.
I think I gotta be the foundation at least.
You know, which microphone is it? The number.
Can you hear me?
Turn it up.
It's up.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, not only are we not changing policies, we're not taking the time to vote to change policies. We want to walk and we want to talk, but there's no action behind it. How much longer are we going to continue to walk and talk and not do anything?
Yeah,
and then we have these talks about we need to police our own communities. We don't even allow our children to go into the Explorer programs. The Explorer programs are filled with Latinos and Caucasians and Asians. We tell our children don't become police officers, yet at the same time we talk out the side of our mouth and said we need to police our own communities. What's the solution? We're going to keep on talking about it because nobody's doing anything about it. We've been protesting. Every time there's a shooting, we want to protest. But nobody's doing shit about it. You just talking. And everybody, you want to talk and say, we need a leader, we need this. What are you doing about it? Are we raising our children to fall into these jobs and police our own community? Actually do that. No, we're not. We're telling them, no, don't. We hate the cops. We don't like the cops. All cops are bad. But if you eliminated law enforcement today, who's going to take over? You're not. The black community's not. We're not organized enough to do it. So again, it goes back to us sitting around, talking, pointing the finger, and not doing anything about it.
I agree with you 100% on that because there is a lot of protest and a lot of all that shit, man. But really, the truth of the matter is the system isn't going anywhere. Only thing that can change the system is the people in the system. And if niggas don't want to get in the system, then there's no way that you can want to change the system. So whether that be voting, putting your kid in explorer programs, to be cops, to be lawyers, to be judges, to be in the system.
How do you recruit today's black kid to want to be a police officer?
And that's the whole thing. That's the whole fucked up circle, though. That's the whole. They want to put you in the system so that you can't get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a fucked up situation.
It's a cold cycle that we caught up in, and then we hit with the fuck the police bit, which I don't see it beneficial.
That's like a cultural thing almost. Like
yeah,
even looking at NWA, that was their whole message. You know what I mean?
Right, and that was just, at that time it was perfect.
You know,
but now since then we should be still saying the same message. The message has to change. Over some period of time.
It's hard to change when you just see like stuff we talking about right now with the situation with little 7-year, 11-year-old getting tased for no reason in the back and all that type of stuff. That kind of like reignite that energy.
We ignore the system though. We ignore the system like it doesn't affect us. Like fuck this shit. Fuck the police. Fuck the system. Fuck the judge. Fuck all this. You going through all that whole fuck everybody, but at the end of the day, you're still in the same fucking system. Mm-hmm. You still got to deal with the same shit.
We don't got nobody on either side of the ball.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a third combination. It's like, damn.
It's tough. We in a
so you might have to raise your kid to maybe want to look into. How many of us are raising our kid to want to be a cop at this point?
I ain't even had none yet. But little baby Rio, man, you know what I mean? You know, whenever you...
Little baby Rio.
Oh, we come up.
You know what I mean? He might think about handcuffs or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
he could be a little lawyer or something, you know. I put a little money through law school or something.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm not to steer them away from some of the choices.
Some of the parents just cut that option off from the jump, from the dribble.
Yeah, but you
don't want to be no cop. Don't even talk to these motherfuckers. You might grow up
like Kane in Mr. Society. You get the strap at a young age and they just turn you out.
Yeah, it happens.
Kane,
come here.
But we can't just keep saying that there's nothing but bad cops, because myself and Dre have experienced good cops and cops.
We were some good cops last night. Harkless, right. My guy. I like Harkless.
We got Harkless out here. We got Owens, who's a pastor out here, and they're actually doing good things in the community. Yeah. But we don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about these bad ones. We don't want to talk about the good ones, to where maybe and tell our children there's actually good ones. You can be a good one. You can change lives. But we don't talk about that to our children. We only talk about the bad ones.
A lot that we don't have that police issue that some other cities and states have, like as far as shooting us down, racism type shit. Statistically speaking, I got the stats. It's like in the last 10 years, out of 700 shootings in LA County in the last 10 years, like 19 was in Compton. That's like 1.5 shooting a year. Like, that's nice shit compared, like what you would think it would be, as far as like police involved shootings. Now that don't mean niggas don't shoot each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That gang shit's not going on.
Police involved shootings.
Police involved shootings. We low on that, so we don't have that issue here. Now, maybe they might be racism in there. It might be some. I'm not saying that none of that shit exists. Statistically speaking, though, they're not shooting us down. So every area doesn't have the same issue. So I think that when we go with these whole fuck the police or Black Lives Matter or whatever movements we go with, I think that we need to apply it to the right situations as well. It's like up in Sacramento, they shooting people down. They shooting black folks down. Like, a lot of shit happens up north. For sure, we should be focusing on that area, saying there's some things that we can do
and actually doing something about it. Because again, how long we been walking? You gonna keep on walking? Have you noticed anything changing? It's not changing. You're walking and you're talking and doing nothing else. It's not changing anything.
1,000 on that shit, man. I'm a little over it myself.
So, I mean, if we was talking action, like where would we start? Like, do we start with the kids? Like, do we start with like the police?
I think there has to be a plan developed, but we gotta consider all things. I think that all things have to be considered. Like, and the system needs to change. but the system itself is never going to be not in place.
Do we need to change too? Like the way we even see shit. Like you know,
we definitely need to change. We need to get involved in the system. We need to find out when these voting days are, when elections are going, when like who we put in office, what judges are we putting in office to
that too
to oversee these cases in our community.
The judges got a lot of power.
Yeah. But we don't pay attention to none of that shit. The only thing that we care about is
it fly under the radar.
They fly right under the radar. Right under the radar.
I don't even know what class you take to be a judge.
Bro, they could be putting anybody in them office.
Start off being a lawyer. Usually how that works.
Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm. And then you get voted in as a judge.
Oh,
my sister.
It's another voting process.
Yeah.
We just voted for the judges here in LA County, I think. Maybe like 3 months ago, bro. I don't even know. I don't know either. Because I wasn't up on it either. I got at the last minute. It was like the next day. They was like, yo, did you vote on the whoopie whoop? Like, what? Judge. Oh, shit. That's kind of important.
It's kind of important.
That's kind of important. We might want to know who fucking judging us around here. So.
I want to see the judge tomorrow, you know what I mean? I'm hoping, you know, I got my hair cut, you know what I mean? Hoping he, you know.
The judge know you niggas didn't vote for him. He was like, it was 12 votes. I knew all of them. You see your ass coming in, ain't no favorite or nothing. But, yeah, man. So I think that's, if we're asking where is the start, I think we just got to understand the whole system and see what parts that we want to implement ourselves in and change. But that takes like group effort, man, and then like people are actually moving on some things. Like it's gonna take people probably missing money here and there. Like it's a lot of shit. It's sacrificing. That's why people don't protest. You don't get paid to protest. Nope. You gonna sit out there and for hours out the day. I mean, that's why I don't like protesting. I'm like, first off, I'm tired of just talking about shit. But secondly, I'm not getting paid to stand.
I mean, but that goes for it can even go for your message right now. Like, if you don't see any results, like, okay, motherfuckers vote, but it's not the results they want. Same shit goes for the protesting. So you protest and I don't see the results. I don't see results in it. So what the fuck I'm gonna be?
See, the only times you don't really see the results in voting are the ones that niggas can actually speak on is presidential election, and absolutely. The fucking popular vote does not matter in the presidential election.
It doesn't have to be even that big. Like, look how many people in Compton that were disappointed in the mayoral vote. You feel me? Like,
but only 4,000 people voted out of 100,000.
But motherfuckers, I'm saying, if you're not seeing what you want to see, motherfuckers is like, well, this is bullshit. And then those people that actually voted, what you just said, you got to think in their mindset, like, I voted and it was only this much, and I still. It still didn't swing my way. You dig what I'm saying? It's everything's frustrating. Like, even bringing this whole conversation, like, we can go on. We can have like a 3-hour show because the shit is just frustrating and it's a loop. Like, I can even, I can go against what T said. Well, there's good cops and bad. There definitely are. I think the problem most people have is that the majority of cops you feel are bad, and not necessarily bad on the level of these cops is killing all these kids. It's bad on the level of the same way they look at us, bad on the level of just you bad by association, because you know that cop that's doing that shit right there and you not saying nothing. So that makes you bad. You just like him. They a gang just like they accusing us of being.
They got the no snitch
exactly
snitch rule going over there. Boys in blue. That's a real life thing, right there.
You gotta learn it from somebody.
Right?
The government a gang. The army a gang. You know, America built on gang culture. That's why the art of war, Sun Tzu. You gotta know that shit. They don't teach you that though.
Sure, you gotta read that.
You gotta read that shit. They don't teach you that. Everything make a lot of sense out of that.
But going back to what you were saying, how to change it, I think that we also need to develop relationships between community and local community and local law enforcement. I think we need to know who they are, and they need to know who we are. You might not see us as all animals or all thugs if you got to know some of us. You feel me? So
I want to unite the homies. I want to know how the homies feel.
Well, and that's the thing with black folks is they just got
all the brothers.
Black folks got to learn that it's okay to disagree and still be cool. Like, I don't agree with you, but so the fuck what? Yeah, exactly. And niggas don't do that shit.
But look, we gotta take a break real quick, man. We're gonna take a quick break. Music. commercials, videos, and all that shit, man. We'll be right back with more live from the hub. Yeah.
Motherfucking pack music.